Okay, I've been on hold a while for the child support division. It said there was a 2 minute hold, and look at how long I've been on hold. This is how long I've been on hold, and it said that the whole time would be 2 minutes. This is how I can get it the scammers. Then it was malfunctioning. I kept on entering the information, and it would have me repeat it over and over again and put it in the system. This is how long I've been on hold. It's fun for them because they just create a problem and make it hard for me to resolve it. It's the government. I mean, people are watching them abuse power, and it's still going on, doing absolutely nothing as citizens. Churches, multiple other parties just look and do nothing. So it's a game that they're enjoying. Create the issue and then prevent me from solving it. They've been getting away with it for years. So what's going on is they are garnishing funds out of my check. They didn't provide me any notification, anything, because it's crimes. There's money supposed to be coming from the rearage. So they switched it up to cause conflict in my life.
Thank you for calling the office of the Attorney General. This is Child Support Officer McKinney. May I please have your case ID number?
You're Officer McKinney?
Yes.
Do you have a ID number?
No, I do not.
Okay. And what did you need?
Either the OAG case ID number or Social Security number.
Okay. My name's Kiana Clark.
And the name of the other party on the case with you?
No changes.
How can I help you?
Yes. Do you give notification that you're garnishing someone's check?
The only notification that the Attorney General's office will receive would be the payment.
Do you give the party, when you start garnishing their check, do you let them know they're going to be garnished? Because I got sprung on me that I'm from nowhere. Out of all the times that I've called, I believe that they told me in February or March that I owed. Out of all this time, it's like the government's committing crimes. When my abuser's mad, he can create chaos that abusers should not be allowed to create, but he's still allowed to do it. Here, there's multiple different problems. The father that was not in his daughter's life for a long time, a majority of her life, he was really behind in child support payments. There was a rearage that the judge ordered for the my child support payments to come from that arrearage. A judge ordered that, which you guys refused to do. Then they scammed and abated $30,000 until they realized how bad that was to abate $30,000 in child support. Then they changed that story. They've hid $5,800, and then they've hid another amount of money. So for all this time that I've been reporting it, people keep threatening the police, covering for crimes. When will people get the consequences they deserve? This is out of control and has been out of control a very long time. My question is, when you start to garnish someone's check, do you let that party know you're going to do it, or do you just think it up that day and just go along with it?
No, ma'am. It is based off of the court order. The employment will receive a copy of the garnishment letter, and a garnishment letter is also submitted to the non-custodial parent as well to let them know.
Okay. Well, at this point, I don't have a letter. I will check. I don't have rights, so I don't get my mail properly. People spring up things as they think of it. That's how it goes. I'm also locked out of the Attorney General online portal. So when did this start? When did they start garnishing my check? Okay, so the order went in for July 21st of this year. Okay, is there any particular reason why they are not investigating why my payments came up missing, why I had partial payments, and why I was told that I didn't get payments for all that time and it was actually stolen payments? And why they want to investigate where the missing and partial payments are. In addition to that, if a judge did order for it to come from the arrearage, why are you guys not honoring that and then adding interest when it was the judge ordered for it to come to the arrearage? It has been happening that way for a long time. Why would you just spring this on me out the blue when my abuser was mad?
Have you tried speaking with an attorney? It sounds like there's a lot more legality.
I don't understand why when I call the Attorney Child Support Division, why they deprive me of my rights and cover for crimes, and then it suggests me to speak with an attorney instead of getting into a resolution to their criminal activity and holding people accountable.
Okay,
These are thefts, and as a representative, you have a responsibility to do something regarding it. I don't know why you deprive me of that, as well as multiple other people in person and on the phone. If there are crimes going on, I don't understand why you're depriving me of a resolution.
I can only give you the information that I have on the case.
Well, what happened with the embezzlement? I mean, it would be much easier if I would not be forced to talk to counterfeits. That's a start. That's a start. Forcing me to talk to people, scammers, is a major problem, is very problematic. Because I can't find anybody with integrity because they're already bought to cover for the crimes, ma'am.
To contact a private attorney if you feel that we are scamming you, or
you're not doing that. You have no right to ask me to contact an attorney to get down to the bottom of missing and partial child support payments, depriving me of the service that you're supposed to be providing. Why I contacted Ombudsman, why didn't they have an attorney or the case manager call me? I've left, case managers were supposed to call me multiple times and it hasn't happened. I should not have interest, the $1,000 and something interest that was just sprung on me. I should not owe the Social Security Administration. I want to know when this will end and people will get the consequences for railroading me and committing crimes to cause havoc in my life.
I cannot answer your questions, ma'am.
Okay, well, if you're a representative and I'm reporting a crime with child support payments, how in the world is it that now that you guys can't help? Used to be you could, until crimes were being committed.
If you're speaking with an ombudsman, it's best to contact the ombudsman back.
No, ma'am. No, this is not proper protocol, even though you're a scammer. Let's see how this goes. This is not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to escalate the call.
You would need to contact the ombudsman.
No, I need to escalate the call, ma'am. You're not following protocol. If there's a crime going on and there's embezzled child support payments, you have a responsibility to not be abusive and do something regarding it.
Just a moment, ma'am. Please stop talking. Give me just a moment.
It's sick. I've stated it years, and some good things are going on in my life, and what it repetitively is interrupted. Things are getting paid off.
Thank you so much for calling the top. Where did you do that?
Yes, I want to know why you guys are covering for crimes and now you refuse to be the operators and get things resolved, and why when I call in now it's repetitively crimes committed. When I call the Attorney General's office, how they lied to me and told me that $30,000 and stuff. Ma'am, I'm not. You're not going to be able to help if I can't explain to you why I'm calling.
Yes, but I would like to assist you, of course. Can I have your case ID to have a better understanding,
Oh,
ma'am?
you were transferred blindly? And you have no clue who you're talking to?
No, I have no idea. I apologize. Could be maybe a misunderstanding.
Okay, what's your name? What is your name?
Yeah, I am the top support officer, Rutani, madam.
What is your name?
Rutani, madam.
How do you spell that?
RUTHDANY, madam.
Are you a supervisor?
No, I am the top support officer, but I can assist you if I have your case, madam.
Sure. Okay. There's stolen child support payments that I've been trying to report for years that I believe my abusers are behind. They're missing and partial child support payments. Every representative I've been calling from when the payments disappeared, and they told me that none were taken. It was a blatant lie. So I go in and they are so corrupt, they threaten the police to cover up for the crimes that are happening with the child support payments. That I've also had chaos going on with Social Security benefits. I'm getting railroaded out of corruption, and no one keeps hearing. I'm not being heard. So I've been reporting it for years. They're trying to make me pay $1,000 that they just concocted this year. That they allow my abuser to do a lot of things that contribute to financial abuse. I have some things going on in my life which would put me better off financially. And he stalks me, my accounts, everything that's going on, and uses the government to contribute to financial abuse. So he's trying to take these funds, deprive me of funds, and create financial havoc in my life because he's allowed to consistently, continually abuse power. Used to be when I go buy something when I was homeless, he'd have people rob me and steal it from me. He had a shelter staff steal it, strangers steal it, and he controlled me. They threw my stuff away early when I accumulated things. So what I accumulated was controlled. I reported it to like 70-something reports of all this chaos that I experienced to the police department in Dallas alone, and they covered for it. I have missing and partial child support payments that you guys refuse to investigate. As much as $300 have been missing out of my child support check. It was supposed to be a certain amount, and it was like $300 less than what it was supposed to be. And I keep asking for information on it. They've given me records that were counterfeit when I went in person. I was given in counterfeit records at the police department. I was given counterfeit records at the Social Security Administration. So what my question of it is, how much crimes is the government allowed? Are we saying in 2022 that the government can steal and do whatever they want? Maybe someone will realize if they are able to steal from me, maybe that's why the identity theft is at a huge scale. Because people they're a little bit more selfish and don't care about others as much as they care about themselves. So maybe that's why identity theft is on a rise, because if people were a little bit more considerate and stop one person from getting deprived of their rights, then that would also cover other people from other things that people may be aware that are going on. So if I'm openly robbed, maybe that's a pattern of robbing multiple individuals that people aren't aware of. So I don't understand how the Social Security Administration can steal money from someone, the Attorney General, and Health and Human Services, and no one is doing anything regarding it.
Okay.
So what do I do that the judge ordered for the arrearage to come from the child support payments that are behind? Was almost behind 30-something thousand, at the highest 45,000. The judge ordered that, and you refused to order it and want me to pay $1,000 in interest that you just concocted this year when my abuser was mad. They just concocted the crime that's going on with the Social Security Administration. So what do I do when you just on a whim, you guys concoct schemes and violate me and consistently keep getting away with it?
Okay. Make a note of what you're saying, okay? I want to help you. I'm not saying...
Okay, the major part of it is there's crimes happening. They're saying that I owe $1,000 in interest that was just concocted this year. They never told me that I was behind in payments because they were supposed to be taking it from arrearage that the judge ordered. You refuse. Multiple staff in person and on the phone. You refuse to fix it. You refuse to investigate the missing and partial payments. You refuse and have given me fraud to cover for it in person. I'm wanting to know if this is when will people get the consequences they deserve for openly committing a massive amount of crimes, child abuse, interference with child custody, violating me in ways that our people wouldn't even imagine. Is it that our people just don't perceive me to have value, me or my child, for this to still be going on this amount of time? Do we just not have enough value for any resolutions to occur? What is, in this today's society, what gives a person value? Can you let me know?
Okay, Mala, I can explain you everything. First of all, I'm really sorry for what you went through. I apologize for the misunderstanding. I'm not satisfied by that. I'm not saying...
It's not a misunderstanding, ma'am. It's crimes. It's crimes that the Social Security Administration, Attorney General, and multiple parties are covering up for. Crimes, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. At least I can provide you the information that I see in both cases. I have both cases in front of me. The first one is the one that you are the non-custodial parent, and the second one is the one that you are custodial parent, okay? I can tell you what is our finding and what we're talking, what is our perspective and what we can do based on our policy or the law that create our agency, and what we cannot do. But I can provide you that information, okay? Just give me 1 second. Okay, which case you want me to tell you first? The one that you are the custodial parent or the one that you are not the custodial parent?
Okay, ma'am, there's a disconnect, ma'am. I'm reporting crimes with the Attorney General child support payments. How do you resolve payments that are stolen, embezzled? How do you resolve that? Because I haven't found a way for years. They keep threatening the police and violating me, hacking my phone, all kinds of other crimes. How do I report embezzled, stolen payments out of corruption?
Okay, I can talk to you about any of the both cases. Do you want me to select any?
So you can't tell me how to report misconduct with staff stealing payments from a parent, paid child support payments. We can't do anything, resolve that. They can continue to do it.
Well, madam, it's because The way that you're asking the question isn't something that I can answer specifically, but I can answer.
I don't understand why now that they can't resolve missing payments, why I haven't been able to get a resolution for that for years. Why is that refused now to parents when it's me? Why would you refuse to investigate missing paid child support payments? Why is that refused for me?
Okay, in the case that you are a custodial parent, on this case, you're the custodial parent, we did receive the last payment.
Ma'am, I have had missing payments. A representative has lied to me about $5,800. Why are you refusing to investigate that and deflecting? Why has everyone covered for that?
Okay, let me know when I can talk and I explain you what
I'm pressed for time, ma'am. This is my job. They were playing games and didn't want me to know. Now they have concocted. Now they're finally ready to tell me that you guys have been taking money out of my check. So I want to know what are the resolutions, because people have been playing games with my time and my emotions for a long time. So what can I do to resolve it? Because I haven't been able to do anything for years. They keep threatening the police, giving me fraud, every possible thing they can, forcing me to speak with counterfeits year after year to get nothing resolved. What can you do today?
Well, I cannot do anything, but I can tell you the result about the last inquiry that you did. That the notes are from August 5th. Do you receive that result?
No, I haven't received anything. I can check and make sure. Okay. But here, ma'am, I want to report fraud going on with my payments. Are you saying that I'm not allowed? No, embezzlement. Ma'am, I want to report crimes going on with my child support payments.
You want to go to our website and make a complaint?
I've already done that. What happened with the update with the embezzlement? I've already done that. They said an attorney, but multiple parties keep covering for it. I have been trying to do this years, and multiple parties continue to cover for it year after year. Are you saying that I'm deprived of that right? People can just steal from me on a whim and there's nothing I can do? Continue to do it year after year? I cannot report to you guys the missing and partial payments and how they hid money from me for my abuser. I can't report that at all, period.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
okay, well, that's why I call, ma'am. I'm pressed for time. That is why I call. First off, if the judge, ma'am, first off, the judge ordered, ma'am, you're covering for the crime, ma'am. I don't know you, ma'am. Don't cover for the crime. First off, the judge ordered for it to come from the arrearage.
I'm trying to explain to you.
Ma'am, what you're saying is not accurate. The judge ordered for it to come for the arrearage. He ordered that. You're not following. They just thought up that I owed $1,000. This just happened this year. $1,000 in interest and then $10,000. They just thought of this. It was coming from the arrearage. Someone has just thought this up this year to cause conflict in my life. I reported it, and out of fury, they just went ahead and started garnishing payments out of my account. So I have 2 different accounts. To my knowledge, I'm not even supposed to have 2. You're supposed to be taking my payments from the arrearage that he owes. Why are you guys refusing to do that and correct the interest that was just thought up this year?
Okay, madam, I cannot answer these questions. I can explain you what's going on in your case.
I already know what's going on, ma'am. Why would you refuse me the ability to correct any issues? Why are multiple parties covering up for these crimes everywhere I go?
Okay. You are asking questions, but you're not allowed me to answer it. I cannot assist you.
Okay, because I want to make sure you understand I'm pressed for time. I want to report crimes going on with my payments. I want to report crimes going on with my payments, ma'am. That's what I want to do. That's what this call is for, to report crimes. Hello?
Yes, I'm Lisa.
You're Lisa?
I am Lisa.
I want to report crimes going on with my payments. It's sick. I don't have rights. It's just draining for them to do it year after year. I guess I'll feel better if I just realize I don't have rights. They can do it. If I have a whole YouTube channel, it's still going on. Whatever he gets ready to do, just rob, use the government, consistently abuse power, get away with it. I'm lucky they didn't do the $30,000 they were trying to steal. Ma'am, I just called to report crimes going on with the child support division.
What you can do with us is report a complaint and the ombudsman will assist you. That's the only thing that I can assist you with. Is that what you want to do?
Okay, so the multiple parties take control. They give me the options that they're willing to give me out of corruption. So let me make sure I have the option. The option is to do a complaint where you contact, ma'am, I'm trying to get clarity, ma'am. I'm trying to get clarity. This is part of the abuse, ma'am, everywhere I go, including in person. So I have two options that you're providing me out of your corruption. Can you repeat those two options?
Madam, is there any other question that you...
What are the two options you're giving me, ma'am? As a scammer that is able to violate me and consistently get away with it year after year, what are the options as a scammer that you're willing to give me, pretending to be the Attorney General Child Support Division that the government has set up for me to speak with? Ma'am, what are the options? This is why I can't get an attorney. What options are the scammers willing to give me today? She hung up.